Hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. Well, today we're going to have a look at this little loco, this LMS loco. It's a 3-rail die-cast body. It's not a particularly strong runner, so let's start by showing you how it's running, and then yeah, we'll get into it and give it a little clean up, and yeah, see if we can get this running a little bit better. All right, that's on the test track. Let's give it a little bit of power. Anything? Not a lot. Try the other way. Yeah, probably just needs a good clean, I should think. Right, let's get it back over to the bench. Let's get the lid off of it and see what we've got inside. Right, I'm just going to bring in an older piece of card so I don't get that one all dirty. Right, let's get the lid off this and see what we've got. So there's a small screw at the top here. Okay, what have we got in here? Yeah, it just needs a very good clean by the look of it. Right, let's get the armature out and get the wheels cleaned. Nice free flowing armature, freely moving. Locking nuts on the inside on this one, so I must remember to put that back on. Right, that's the armature out. Okay, let's give this a quick clean with soapy water, and then I'll clean off the pickups and the wheels. Actually, I'm going to take that out as well. So one of the things I've been practicing with or trying out is different ways of cleaning wheels, and this seems to be quite effective. So if you look at these two front wheels, this one I haven't touched, this one I've now cleaned. And all I'm doing is I'm holding this in a vise, taking my drill with a piece of tape around it, resting that on the wheels, and then obviously as I rotate the drill, the wheels go round. And then as the wheels are spinning, I'm just holding a very fine grain wire wool onto the wheels, and it's just taking all the muck off of them. So it seems to be quite effective. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I've done this side and it's all pretty clean. Let's do the other side now. Well, that's the wheels all cleaned up nicely, so I'm just going to go and give this a good clean with some soapy water, just get the last of the dirt off the rest of the chassis. Right, well, that's cleaned up quite nicely, so I'm just going to give it an oil, just to be sure that there's no water trapped in there. Lovely free rolling chassis. Right, there we go. Okay, put that to one side, and let's take a look at these contacts. So I think they're just grimy. There's a lot of old dirt caught on them. Just need a good clean, I think. Yeah, that's that one done. All done as well. Okay, let's have a look at this. You can see there's just deposits of dirt on here. Not that this is going to make any difference to the running of the loco, but it's good to get all the muck out of it while we've got it apart. Right, so that goes on there, the wire goes on top, these go either end, that. Okay, insulation plate comes down on top of that. Oh, it's come out again. You can see this one's going to be a bit of a troublesome one. This now goes through the base of the loco. Right, well that was a little bit of fun to get back in, but it's in there now. So it was all in the right order. They just kept falling out every time I put them anywhere near the loco, so hopefully we'll get this cleared up now. Right, that's back in. Right, let's turn our attention to the armature. Yeah, a little bit on the grubby side, this one. So, I've got some cleaning agent. So I'm just going to use this contact cleaner to clean the worst off the armature. Actually too bad, to be fair. You can see the muck coming off a bit though. That'll do nicely. Right, slide this back in. Not forgetting the locking nut, which needs to go on there. And I am going to just put the tiniest piece of grease on the bottom bearing. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit on the screw, on the cog as well. Right, so we can get this back in. Turn it upside down, the locking nut is now on the thread, so I've just got to stop it spinning and it should pick up. Come on. There it goes. Right, doesn't feel too bad at all, and the locking nut's done up nice and tight. Okay, brushes, same thing, just going to give these a wipe over, not going to do too much to them. And that one. Okay, let's slide these back into the chassis. That one goes in there, and that one goes in there. Put the springs back in, there's one, there's the other one, and then these plugs tension the springs, there's one on that end, and that's one on that end, and finally the magnet assembly. Again, I'm just going to clean this out using the cleaner. I've still got some on here, but I've got to spray a bit more. goes back through. Right, before I put some strength back into the magnet, I'm going to take that over to the test bed just to show you what a clean does to the loco. Right, well, really frustratingly, I put the spring on the wrong side of the pickup, so they're actually they're sitting away from the track. So I just need to whip that out and change it round. No harm done, just frustrating. Right, so this is where I've gone wrong. So we put the two pickups in either side, like so. The spring then goes in, and then this little piece goes over the top, which now puts tension on the spring, and then obviously this just clips in the insulation panel. That's more like it. Okay, right, let's get this back into the chassis. Now, just to show you what a clean alone has done, not a great deal. A little bit more movement than we had before, and it's certainly, you know, it is moving from stationary, whereas before I did have to nudge it a little bit. It's certainly much better in the forward direction. But let's go and put some more energy back into the magnet. Now, to put some energy back into the magnet, you can either obviously purchase a new magnet. I'm sure somebody will sell you one of those, or this contraption here is made by a guy called it's Mr. Dodd. I can't remember his first name. And what you do with this, first of all, you work out the polarity of the engine, so which way is north. So we are over that way. On the machine, there's a direction for north, so this will go in this way round. I'm just going to double check that. No, other way, that way round. That's correct. So this will now sit in the machine. You literally bring the two bars inside in these coils of magnets either side, and then you push the button and it puts some energy back into the magnet. Now, as always, I'm not going to do this on camera. I've demonstrated this many times in the past. It creates a huge magnetic field, and even with the compass sitting way away, it starts to spin. So I'm going to stop the camera now, move the camera, move my phone well away, and yeah, push the button and try and get some energy back into it. Okay, so the button's been pushed a couple of times, and what you'll see now is when I try to take this out, these are absolutely stuck to it. So let's go and see if that's done anything and whether it improves the running. Right, moment of truth. I would say that's a success. Yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go and clean the body off, and let's get this loco finished. Well, I've given the body a clean with soapy water, and as with all my older locos and Dublo locos, I have no intention of repainting this. I think they wear their battle scars with honour. They basically wear their history, if you like. So let's pop this back on the loco, and let's give it a run on the layout. Right, well, one final test before we go out onto the layout. Yeah, I would call that a success. I've had it running for a little bit, and it's all bedded down a little bit better now. Running quite smoothly, and yeah, plenty of movement there. Quite pleased with that one. Well, there you go, another loco rescued, and did look good thundering around the layout with the oil tankers behind it. Yeah, quite enjoyed running that. So yeah, anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and of course, as always, if you're new to the channel, check out some of the other videos. There's plenty on there, and might be something that interests you. And if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a massive favour, and really appreciate it. And with that, we'll leave this one there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.